Gentlemen, may we request you all to be seated as we're about to begin with the plenary session 5, all about equity markets, debt market, venture capital, private equity, and other innovative instruments supporting the endeavor to become a Viksit Bharat. So with that, let's first of all call upon our first speaker for this session. Ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody who has over 30 years of extensive experience across the Indian public and private markets. He's honed a comprehensive expertise in delivering innovative financial solutions and products to a diverse clientele. His professional journey has included serving the domestic and multinational corporates, public sector undertakings, government departments, startups, family offices, and high net worth individuals. But before we get him on stage, allow me a moment to brief, if there are new faces in the audience, that every speaker is going to get 10 minutes only. Of course, they're here to share their perspective. The timer is going to be me, so if I stand, that means the time is up. We'd request all of you to stick to the time limit, as that is going to help us to remain on schedule. Towards the end, we're going to have Dr. Narendra, who's going to be the moderator. As the closing remarks, he's going to be presenting. So meanwhile, for our first speaker, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Sandeep Parwal, founder and MD of SPA Capital Services Limited. Do we have Mr. Venkat N. Chalasani in the audience? Yes, perfect. All right. Allow me a moment to officially introduce you, sir. Of course, being the CEO of the Association of Mutual Funds in India, AMFI is the industry body for mutual funds in India, and it plays a key role in the development of the mutual fund industry, advocating the interests of asset management companies and promoting investor awareness. We'd, of course, request his expertise to be endowed on the stage with his talk. So let's give him a warm round of applause as we call upon Mr. Venkat S. N. Chalasani.
Thank you very much. Oh, then I'll manage with this. Can I have the presentation, please?
Yes, sir. Presentation done, na?
Yeah, before we have the presentation on the screen, first let me thank Dr. Narendra for having me here. Good afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for having me here, for making this presentation. What I'll do is I'll make a presentation on what mutual fund industry, how it is shaping up over the years. And post that, we will take the questions on how we plan to take it forward. What the presentation talks about, what it is now, what are the challenges that we are facing, and how we're going to take it forward. If you see the journey of the mutual fund industry, if you are starting it from 2014, where it is 10 lakh crores. And I keep talking about it because at that point of time, I was in charge of the treasury operations of State Bank of India. And I was handling the overall assets of more than 10 lakh crores. And my State Bank of India investments alone used to be 10 lakh crores, whereas the mutual fund industry used to be around 10 lakh crores. But as we speak now, it took 3 years for it to grow from 10 to 20 lakhs. And from 20 to 30 lakhs, it again took 3 years. And from 30 to 40, it took 2 years. 40 to 50, it took around 12 months. And from 50 to 66 lakh crores, as we speak now, 67 lakh crores, it's just 12 months it has taken. In fact, the 10 lakh crores has happened just in a period of 6 months. That's a phenomenal growth. And I would just like to show you what our Honorable Prime Minister had Can we have this video for
मैं आपको एक और आंकड़ा देता हूं। यहां इस हॉल में ज्यादातर लोग ऐसे होंगे जो म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते होंगे। साल 2014 में देश में लोगों ने करीब 9 लाख करोड़ रुपए म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट कर रखे थे। अगर मैं साल 2024 की बात करूं तो आज देश के लोगों ने 52 लाख करोड़ रुपए, उससे भी ज्यादा म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है। ये इसलिए हुआ है क्योंकि हर भारतीय को ये विश्वास है कि देश मजबूती से आगे बढ़ रहा है, और जितना विश्वास उसे देश पर है उतना ही खुद पर भी है। हर भारतीय सोच रहा है मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूं, मेरे लिए कुछ भी असंभव नहीं है।
See, one of the things, important things that we would like to bring to your notice is that you would have seen that the way in which the market used to be extremely volatile. If you look back some 15, 20 years back, if FIs are investing in India, market used to go up, and if FIs were withdrawing the money, the markets used to collapse. There used to be extreme volatility, and it was totally dependent on how the FIs were operating in the countries and how they're doing it. But today, as we speak now, the DI's contribution has gone up substantially to the extent of around 23% of the total market capitalization has happened. And if you look at the period during August 2021 to August 2024, there was a net buying of only 700 billion rupees by the FIs, whereas if you look at DFI, and if you look at mutual fund alone, it's 7 trillion rupees is what we have purchased in the markets. That's how the dependency on the FIs have been reduced. It's a domestic money that is moving into these markets. While FIs are coming, they do come on a regular basis, its volatility has been curbed. And if you look at the number of folios that have grown up, again, there is a substantial increase in the number of folios from 8.25 crores to 22.5 crores of folios that have come up right now. And the share of AUM, one of the things that we have observed way back in 2019 or 20, if you look at, the individual investors, that is what we call as the retail investors, were almost around 45 to 50%, or 50 to 55% of the total investments. But as we move forward, as I said, around 68 lakh crores is the total AUM. We have around 67% coming from the retail investors, and rest is coming from the institutional investors. Another good thing that is happening is it used to be concentrated only in the top 30 cities. Now, the retailization and sachetization is helping us to move towards beyond 30. As we speak now, of course, we have around 20% coming from the beyond 30 cities. One important feature that happened is the SIPs, the Systematic Investment Plan, which has become a home product. Everyone talks, have a SIP. And this SIP is the way in which it has captured now, today as we speak now, every month, month on month, we see a growth of around 25,000 crores. It's a small, this money is coming from more than 10 crore folios. That means each investor is putting around, on an average, 2,500 rupees. And look at the percentage of the total AUM. As we speak now, we have around 20% of the total AUM is coming from the systematic investment plan, where people realize that putting money on every month, we will not be exposed to the volatility, A, and two, we will not be, we can achieve our long-term goals, and it will be disciplined investments can be there. And that's something which is great success. If you look at every other financial sector, be it in the banking sector, which used to have recurring deposits, or even insurance or anyone else, they'd say, try to use the word SIP and say that people should invest into these monies, and SIP has become a household name as we speak now. This is what I said. We have around 10.32 crore accounts, and the SIP contribution is going every month. And as we speak now, we are getting a contribution of almost 26,500 crores from the SIPs. The unique investors, what we call, is around, it's growing substantially again from 2 crores to, as we speak now, has come up to 5.26 crores. But as we speak, as I said, while we are doing a good job, but there are substantial challenges that are there. We take pride in saying that we have gone, the AUM has grown by around 20% CAGR, but if you look at these numbers, it speaks about it. We have a population of more than 1.45 billion. We have bank accounts, thanks to the financial inclusion drive that has happened in 2014-15, where more than 55 crore accounts have got added. We have right now, as we speak now, more than 77 or 76 crore population people are having their accounts. We have insurance policies which are around 55 crores. We have number of people who have got TAN, the tax identification number is around 74 crore people. But while we talk about the unique investors, it's just 5 crore of population. When I'm looking at the assets under management to the total GDP also of our country, our percentage is just 20% of the total GDP. When I look at the global average, it's around 35%. And if you look at some of the developed countries, the assets under management to the total GDP is more than 100%. So there is so much we can do. And what are the key challenges that we are facing on account to see to it that we continuously grow? The most important challenge is low financial literacy. While our country boasts of having a financial literacy of more than 80%, when it comes to financial literacy, our financial literacy is only 27%. It has to go up. When we're talking about Viksit Bharat, the idea of becoming a developed world, you need to see to it that the fruits of our economy percolates to everyone in this country. And if that needs to be done, the first point that we talk about, the financial literacy, which is as we speak now is 27%, has to go up. We need to see to it that the financial goals, people understand what financial goals are there, how to achieve them, understand the products. And of course, we are doing lot many things to achieve that. There is a preference for non-financial assets. As we speak now, if you look at the total savings, give me 2 more minutes. If you look at the total savings that we have, household savings, the data that Reserve Bank of India releases, 44% of the total household savings goes into real estate. 22% of it goes into your gold. So 66% of the household savings is going into the non-financial assets. Remaining 34% comes into the financial assets. Again, there is some cash holding. I'll not go into the further breakup, but if you look at looking into the investment portion of the total financial saving is very, very minuscule, and we need to increase that. We need to have a preference for assured return products like bank deposits as against investments. Low physical presence of AMC offices, we are addressing that. Low commission structure for the mutual funds is again another challenge that we have. The concentration is also another big problem that we have. We are looking at the top 5 states which are contributing around 58% of the total AUM. We have top 5 cities which is contributing around 52%. Top 5 AMCs, like my colleague is sitting here in State Bank of India, his AUM alone is more than around 11 lakh crores. And if you look at the top 5 AMCs, they have around 56%. We do have a vision, and if you look at the insurance agents, the distributors are around 2.44 million, whereas I have only 150,000 distributors. We do have a vision of taking it to 100 trillion. We have a vision of increasing the investors from 5.2 crores to 10 crores, from 2.5 lakh distributors to 5 lakh distributors. And we are looking towards achieving that. We are confident of doing it. We have various ways and means in doing how we'll achieve that particular objective. I'll speak about it later. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat. Of course, talking about how further to increase the pie in total of the mutual funds industry in India, not just focusing on the figures, but also focusing on the penetration extent.